Often the vast majority of discussion about anime and manga is only focused around a few series, and while those series aren't bad, there's so much more out there. The purpose of these videos is to highlight some of the manga series that are really good, but for the most part have been overlooked. Obviously these videos can't possibly cover all the underrated series, so if you think I've missed one, put it in the comment section below. Got it? Perfect, then let's start. Number 1. Iris Zero. Iris Zero takes place in a future where a new generation of humans have emerged with visual powers called Iris. This can be anything from being able to see the past to seeing what's for dinner. Any child who doesn't have this power is subjected to torment by their peers, and our protagonist Toru is one such character. This story follows Toru in his daily life at high school. The pluses. It has an original storyline and is unpredictable in a good way. Which is to say, none of the plot twists are confusing or retarded. It deals with dark issues while keeping all of the characters feeling very human, not something you normally see in a story with a high school setting. And lastly, Toru is brilliant, but he avoids falling into any of the common tropes for overly smart characters such as the evil genius, the mad scientist, and the quiet introvert, which is quite refreshing. The minuses. There are radical changes in tone, with some chapters being fluffy and lighthearted and others being incredibly dark and quite frankly disturbing, which can be very jarring for the reader. And the author is sick at the moment, so unfortunately the series is on hiatus. Number 2. Watashi ni XX Shinasai, or Do XX to me. Watashi ni XX Shinasai is about a popular cell phone novelist called Yukina. After hearing fans saying her series needs more romance, she seeks to add some, but she encounters a dilemma. She's never experienced romance in her own life. Her solution? Blackmail a playboy classmate to perform various romantic actions with her. The pluses. The main character is awesome. Not a quote I'd ever thought I'd say about a protagonist of a story aimed at teenage girls, but there you go. She has a Machiavellian personality, a very clever mind, and can also be quite immature at times, which adds a significant amount of hilarity to the manga. Along with Yukina, most of the cast is quite well developed and are interesting characters, even if some of them occasionally annoy me. The minuses. Relationships can get a bit complicated in this manga. We have 3 main male characters, 2 main female characters, and every possible heterosexual romance between these characters is explored. Forget love triangles, this story has a love pentagon. No, web? Squiggle? I don't know. So yeah, that whole thing makes my head hurt. Number 3. Kurosagi, the Black Swindler. Kurosagi lived a quiet life until his father was swindled. His father then goes insane, killing his wife and daughter before committing suicide. In this manga, we encounter Kurosagi a number of years later, where he is now a professional swindler himself. The catch? He only targets other swindlers. The pluses. The swindling stories are an interesting concept and it's well executed in this manga. It has a similar tone to a mystery story except told from the perspective of the culprit instead of the victim. The minuses. The story is very much episodic and while it has an overarching plot, it's rather weak. Later chapters start to feel very repetitive as they all seem to follow the same format.